This is your Bible Geeks Daily Download into the book, Mark chapters 3 through 7.
What is it about a great story that pulls you in, making you turn the page or binge watch to the next episode? J.J. Abrams, the celebrated producer of shows like Lost and movies like Star Wars: The Force Awakens, calls it the mystery box. As a boy, his grandfather took him to a magic store and bought him a wooden box covered in question marks. To this day, he keeps it in his office and has never opened it. He says it represents all the possibilities and secrets a story could unfold. What are stories, he asks, but mystery boxes? What's in the box of secrets keeps us reading, watching, wanting to know more?
This week we'll read of secrets and stories. As we read through Mark, we sense a growing tension. We can see that the conflict with the Jewish leaders will keep escalating. Where will their opposition lead? Well, since this is the most famous story ever told, most of us know where that's headed. More on that in a minute. But you might notice another tension in these stories between two contradicting themes. On the one hand, these chapters emphasize the mission of Christ and his apostles to proclaim the good message. Nothing spreads like a good story, so the news of Jesus reaches far and wide, and crowds find him everywhere he goes. On the other hand, Jesus commands demons and people he heals to keep it quiet. As readers, we learned that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, in the book's first sentence in Mark chapter 1, verse 1. There's no more critical truth that we could know. So why keep it a secret?
Well, not everyone in Jesus' day knew the end of the story. Most Jews had different ideas about the Messiah. As we read Mark, watch how Jesus unveils what it means to be Messiah and to be one of his disciples, to carry a cross, to die, to rise again. What a strange and wonderful mystery this box holds for those who find it. But who can open the box? That brings us to the insiders and outsiders.
On Monday in Mark chapter 3, we'll read stories of a new kind of family. The Lord's kin told people he's out of his mind in Mark chapter 3, verse 21. But Jesus chose a new inner circle. He named them apostles, delegates he could send out to represent him and share his message. He selected 12 of them, just like the 12 patriarchs that began God's first covenant people. Who did Jesus say were his mother and his brothers in Mark chapter 3, verses 34 and 35?
On Tuesday in Mark 4, Jesus will explain the distinction between those who get to see what's in the mystery box and those who don't. This is the parable chapter in Mark. As Jesus explains God's kingdom, notice the key word hear and ask yourself, what kind of hearer am I?
On Wednesday in Mark chapter 5 and Friday in Mark chapter 7, Jesus will enter Gentile cities and perform miracles. He helps a frightening, demon-possessed strong man, a humble Syrophoenician woman's daughter, and in Decapolis, he heals a deaf man.
What do you learn from these encounters? And how does the deaf man's cure foreshadow the spiritual goal Christ seeks for his disciples?
So let's keep getting pulled into Mark chapters 3 through 7 this week, and may the Lord bless you and keep you today.
Shalom.